From Cleveland. How are you doing, buddy? Yes, it is. It is my birthday. I turned 40. I turned 40 last year. I turned 41 today. Real fan Lloyd. Happy birthday. Call your grandma hi. How's everyone doing? Yeah, we're chugging along. We're chugging along with the Halloween videos, the scare videos, the haunt videos. Actually, my birthday is just a few days before Halloween. 5 days before Halloween, I guess. And I don't make a big deal. Try not to make a big deal about my birthday, because the past couple of years, yeah, I think I've been on the road. No thanks. It's my birthday too, along with Hillary Clinton. Well, happy birthday to you. And yes, I'm well aware it is Hillary Clinton's birthday as well. Oh, thank you all. Thank you all for your kind birthday wishes. Casey the Cannibal, thank you so much for the super chat. It says happy birthday. What's the best gift I ever got for my birthday? Oh man, I don't. I'm trying to remember. I think my mom got me my first real camera for my birthday. I think it was my birthday. Jackal Animatronics, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Jacob. Go get yourself a drink on me. I drank all my orange soda. All I have left is bottled water. And I'm not feeling like it, but I may walk down to my car to get some orange soda. Oh. Julian Yale says, sorry, I have not been watching your channel. I don't like Halloween. I don't want to be critical. Everyone, people like what they like. I used to not like Halloween that much. I kind of felt like, as a little kid, like, I thought that Halloween took away from my birthday. Like, I wanted my birthday to be about me. I remember, and this is funny because it's like so stupid and it's so the way a kid thinks. I remember my mom got me like a Halloween birthday cake. It had like black cats and scarecrows on it. And I was like, hey, this isn't a birthday cake. This is a Halloween cake. I'm being robbed. But really, I should have just been appreciating having my birthday next to Halloween. Because now, in my older life, I've grown to really love Halloween. And I wish I would have just enjoyed having my birthday associated with Halloween growing up. Amanda Kohler, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Are there any haunts in upstate New York you're planning to go to this year? I think there's going to be one haunt in New York. If everything goes according to plan. I had this giant map plan set up for probably since the summer for this Halloween, and everything's come together so far. I almost feel like I get jinxed. Like if I was like at the beginning of the Halloween season, if I just told you guys where I was going to be, when I was going to be, I feel like it would all falling apart. I get nervous. Sharing because I think things that aren't going to fall apart. That's good water. Thank you, Amanda Kohler, by the way, for the super chat. Jules Vega, thank you for the super chat. It says, happy birthday. Just had my birthday this past Saturday. Well, happy birthday to you. Jade says, what's your age demographic? I'm 22. I just turned 41 today. Daniel came in Netherworld this year. No, I didn't ask to come back to Netherworld. Netherworld is one of the absolute best haunts out there, but I was trying to do some. I did a few this year that I've already done, but I was trying to focus on doing some that I hadn't done before. Was really excited. I love all the haunts I've done. They've all been great. I was particularly excited about Dent Schoolhouse and Field of Screams, just because they're, when you look up like lists of best haunts, Dent Schoolhouse and Field of Screams are almost always on the list. Like, almost without question, you're going to find those two on the list. So I'm really happy that I got to go to them. I'm really happy that they allowed me to film. Tyler says, happy birthday, Jacob. By the way, Barbie Beach was removed yesterday. Oh, no. They got rid of Barbie Beach? I think Barbie Beach has been there forever. Gary 10184, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday. Kate Warner, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday. Thank you so much. You guys certainly don't need to do that, but it is very appreciated. Ron Mascarella, how are you doing, buddy? Thank you for the super chat there. It says, happy birthday. Field of Screams looked a little more intense than SeaWorld. Looking forward to the Northeast towns coming up. Yes, we're going to have some good... with these last, we're in the countdown to the final week of the haunts. Gonna have some northeastern haunts coming up here. I think you guys will enjoy them. And again, thank you, Ron Mascarella. Ron and his wife, they recognized me when I was at SeaWorld, and they invited me to come on their VIP tour with them. So that was very, very generous. And it was, again, generous to throw me a super chat there. Bus Error, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Jacob, you're always so lighthearted, but ever consider expanding into Urbex and doing darker content? And may I do the music for it? I'd love help with music. I've had some help with the music before. I'd love to have more music in my videos. But about urban exploration and darker content, if you were watching the channel from like the beginning, there was actually a lot of urban exploration in the early days of the channel. It gets harder to do urban exploration when your channel grows. Just the legal ramifications are a little more on the table when you've got a bigger following. So I'm not saying I would never do it again, but it would just have to be something special, before I would just go find just abandoned houses and just go inside. I'm probably not going to be doing that anymore, but if it's something really cool and I can do it in a safe way, I would do it. Nick Zinda, thank you for the super chat. Says, you're the birthday boy or girl, Wally Weasel from The Simpsons. Does he say like happy birthday, insert name here? Angie Bangy, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Your haunt videos are better than coffee in the morning. The thought of waking up to my screams, that's pretty hilarious for me. I know some people, like some viewers of this channel, literally just go away for like 6 weeks because they don't want to hear me screaming. Christopher Lucas says, Jacob, do you remember opening the miscellaneous can in the one-man house? Yes, I did a live stream, and this was before you could live stream on YouTube directly. So I actually did it on Periscope, and I found an old can of beans in an abandoned house, and I opened it live. Did I bring a can opener from home? The premise is so absurd. I don't know what I was doing. And I don't think we ever figured out truly what was in the can. It looked like poop. Let me just say that. Exploring Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. What'd you get me? I got you a 7 years. 7 years of consistent content. Um, Travis Neymeyer says, how old did you turn your birthday? I just turned 41 today. Tailgate Podcast. Hey, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. It says, happy birthday, Hodag. The entire ranch from Hey Dude is still abandoned in Arizona. Go check that. Ooh, did I watch? I don't think I watched Hey Dude. I watched Salute Your Shorts. I remember Salute Your Shorts. I don't think I ever watched. Josh Campbell, thank you for the super chats. I met you at Random in Carowinds a few years ago. There's a new haunt that's open near Terra Manor and Roanoke called Blue Ridge Nightmares. Happy birthday. We share the same birth week. Well, happy birthday to you. So Blue Ridge Nightmares. Yeah, I had a good time. I went to Virginia. And last year, there's some great haunts there. But I do try to, I don't want to just do the same haunts every year, even if they're great. I want to try to maybe do some of the same ones, but I want to show new content, new things. Maybe every couple years go back and check on some of the haunts. Some of them I did. Probably only like 2 or 3 standalone haunts that I did the same as last year. Exploring Ryan, thank you for this 7 years of regular content. Did that even? I'm trying to think of. We did a video. I'm trying to think if that made it into the video, but it was something that I found so funny. It was me and Ryan were in downtown Orlando, and as well as Sean from Negro Orlando, and we went to a cookie place. And Ryan was first in line. And they sold cookies. It was like a cookie store, like a place that like sells cookies that are like really good. And Ryan got up to the front. He was the first in line, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll just have 2 regular cookies." And the lady behind the counter looked at him like he had just said the stupidest thing she had ever heard. She said, "What's a regular cookie?" Like she was really mean. Dan Claire says, "A bakery? Maybe you could call it that. I prefer to call it a cookie store." Thornmaid, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthween. Birthween. What is that called? Was it called? I feel like it was called insomnia cookies or something. It had some implication. Insomnia cookies. I honestly don't remember if I put that exchange in the video. Oh yeah, pay 20. Do we pay $20 for bad advice? Seems like a ripoff. Jackal Animatronics, thank you for the super chat. Says, I know I've said this before, but I'm a haunter at Scarywood in Idaho. I absolutely know you'd love it. Maybe the 2022 season. Maybe it's the thing about haunts, like it's a lot. Spoiler, did you ask a hobo for change? I did. I got some grief for that. So with haunts, like going to certain haunts, like there might be a really good haunt just out in the middle of nowhere by itself. And it's difficult because I don't want to drive a day to go to a haunt and then drive a day back or something. It's so I try to like find haunts, a cluster of haunts, if you will, so that I can effectively film that. Osnot says, how do you like Field of Screams? Field of Screams was impressive. Like, I think what really stands out at Field of Screams is the hayride. It's just something else. I don't know if you could kind of got it from the video. Like, they almost use the hayride as a way to do like these 360 self-contained haunts. Like, they pull you into a building, the doors shut, and then like something happens. And it's like chaos. Like, I couldn't believe it. Blew my the first scene blew my mind. I was not what I didn't really even know what to expect with with the haunt, but it first room you go in, and there's like these pigs, like pig parts, and then they start wiggling, and then the lights go off, and they flash on red, and it drop down these pig corpses, these thrashing pig corpses, dangle down from the ceiling. They're spraying water, which of course simulates like blood. And like, and there's like men in pig masks like jump into the cart. It's really good. Chris Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. So yeah, the hayride is some next level haunt. Jonathan Farn says, "What's the best haunted house worth going again?" You know, I love all the I think all the haunts on this channel like that I've featured. I feel like they all have value. I don't want to like. I feel like if I put, I don't know, I don't want to denigrate any of the haunts on this channel because they're all worth checking out. They all have something special. Like, I don't think I've been to a single haunt that didn't have like something that set it apart, like something creative. Dennis R says that hotel room looks haunted. Does it? I don't know. It doesn't look too haunted. David Gordon says, anyone notice Goldberg's theme playing? Yes. That was confusing. I'm like, wait a minute. That's Goldberg music. I'm expecting him to come out and like start spearing and jackhammering everyone in the hayride. Do I have a favorite Halloween movie? I was watching one earlier before I decided to, because I've not had a lot of downtime, so I decided I was gonna try to watch a movie today. So I started watching Halloween 3, and I fell asleep. But I'm gonna go back. Exploring the Theme says you look much older than 41. Well, you look much ruder than 41. Blink Music 88, thank you for the super chat. Oh. Do they not teach manners anymore? Just wondering. Mason Scafati says, have you watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Yes, that's a good movie. Spectrum P says, happy birthday from the Boiler Girl from Dead. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. You guys, oh man, you guys do such a good job at that. Jelly Beans World said, now would be a good time to talk about the meetup. You're right, it would be. For anyone out there who doesn't know, we're having a meetup November 6th at Lanier General Store in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. You're going to be there between 11 and 5, or 12 and 5. Just come by. It does not cost anything. You know, if you wanted to spend a few dollars, buy a soda or something at the store, you know, to thank them for helping out, that'd be appreciated. So, yeah, I'd love to. I don't know how many people are coming. I don't. I have no concept. It only says like 27 people are coming on the Facebook page, but I know not everyone uses Facebook. Not everyone wants to commit to whether or not they're going to be there. So it's going to be very surprising to me. I don't know one way or the other if it's going to be crazy or not. Matthew Kent says, happy birthday, Jacob. Here's some more adventures and great time. Thanks you for all you do. Well, thank you, Matthew, and thank you for your super chat. Oh, yes, it's right across. If you're wondering where it's at, Lanier's General Store is right directly across the street from Goats on the Roof. We got 386 people in here. That's a lot. Chris Rodriguez, thank you for the super chat. Are you going to visit the animatronics in Tampa, Florida again during Halloween? I don't know. Jarrett's a good friend. I always like to stop by and say hey when I'm in that area. Mason Scavati says, where did I get the shirt? This shirt here that I'm wearing now is, I got this. My wife bought this for me at the Mothman Festival. Christopher Lucas has been to Goats on the Roof many times, can remember General Store. It's a fairly new business, my understanding. David McDermott, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Jacob. Cactus Rider says, when the roots go inside, it's roof on the goats. That's true. Regina Deal says, what Facebook page? It's under the Carpetbagger Facebook page. So yeah, if you want to go, if you're on Facebook, it would mean a lot to me if you are going, and if you do use Facebook, if you would mind just clicking if you are going or not, just so I can have some sort of concept on how many people are coming. Fresno Truther, thank you for the super chats. Happy birthday, Jacob. You share a birthday with my daughter Alice. Well, happy birthday, Alice. Skylar Graff, thank you for the super chat. Says my family says happy birthday. Tesla says hi. Well, hello, Tesla. And thank you, Skylar, for the super chat. Karen Scherer, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday, Jacob. Good news. My breast cancer is very treatable. I'm not going to die. It's not fast growing. Your videos really helped me through. Well, that's great to hear. Good luck on your recovery. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, and my thoughts will be with you. Thank you. Letitia Ramirez, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday, Jacob. Well, thank you. Yeah, I understand if you're not able to, some people may not be able to know if they're going yet. It is still, what's about 2 weeks away. So, how is my throat feeling? It's maintained, It's it's been a little strained ever since I went to my first haunt. Zena Girl, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Jacob. Wishing you many more years of compressed air, baboons, and don't scare me, bro. Thanks for letting us ride the passenger seat this amazing journey. Well, thank you, Zena Girl. I really appreciate your continued support. Jay versus, are you still married? Some say no. I don't know who's saying no, because I am indeed married. I'm living joyfully. Thank you for the super chat. It says, happy birthday, Jacob. Hope you enjoy. My son's 14th birthday is today. Also, his name is CJ. Well, happy birthday, CJ. We share our birthday. SG, thank you for the super chat. It says, happy birthday, Jacob. Have you seen Dracula versus Frankenstein? Is there a Dracula versus Frankenstein? I don't know. I've never seen it if there is. Christopher Lucas says, people annoy me on Goats on the Roof when they don't want to go fast and they're on the brakes constantly. I once demanded a second ride. Did they give it to you? Crazy Man says, you look tired. You should get some sleep. I'm okay. So I think I have videos lined up for the next 2 days. So I think I'm going to take tomorrow and just hang out here in the hotel room because I usually don't do that. I don't do that very often. Just take a day to myself while I'm on the road because I feel like it's a waste of time. Christian Lucas says he became an instant Karen. They did give it to me. Well, it's good that they gave it to you. That's one thing about those mountain coasters. You don't know what's gonna happen. Jaybird says, "What's your family do while you're gone so long?" I mean, they do what they do. They're they live their lives. Of course, I miss my family while I'm gone, but I'm not the only person in the world that travels for work. Tom Stevenson, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Jacob. Get some rest and enjoy. I appreciate it. Sergio Alice says, McCamey Manor, yes or no? On whether or not what? You're never going to see it on this channel. I did have Russ McCamey actually in a video that I did, but he's a real charismatic guy, and he's done a great job of creating this legend around McCamey Manor. Would I sign up for something like that? No interest in signing up for something like that. That's not. Here's what a lot of. I've asked people. I'm not gonna say like. I've met a lot of people in the haunt industry, and I've asked quite a few of them about McCamey Manor, kind of where do they fall on McCamey Manor, what's their opinion on McCamey Manor, and a lot of people just kind of told me like, they're not trying to crap on what Russ does or whatnot, but they don't necessarily consider it to be a haunt. Like what I do, like what I film, it's not the same thing. McCamey Manor is basically a torture experience. I think I used the word torture when I was talking to Russ, and he didn't like the word torture. But it's not like they scare you. They induce anxiety. I have severe anxiety problems, so I don't need anything that intense. Dark Lord Jetta, thank you for the super chat. Says Yadamol says happy birthday. Well, I say thank you, Yadamol. Cat Cover 11, thank you for the super chat. Says happy birthday, Jacob. Take care of yourself. I'm trying. King of Hut Dogs says Goats on the Roof is really racist. There's so much Confederate flag stuff in their shop. Is there? I don't remember there being a lot of Confederate flags there. Xenagirl says, what is one of the best things you can say you love or achieved on this channel so far? Man, so much. If you just stick into the haunt season, I was just thinking like, I was too scared to go on haunts when I was a kid. I was too scared to go on dark rides. So not only have I like conquered my fear, but I'm like made it my livelihood, which is, I think that's pretty crazy. Thread Positive, thank you for the super chats. Happy birthday from Thread Positive in Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Jacob, love the content, brother. Cheers. Thank you so much. Chris really says, I don't remember Confederate stuff, not denying, but I don't recall. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go out and say that there is no Confederate stuff there. I just don't. I'm not bringing it to mind when I'm thinking about Goats on the Roof. Let me just say this. This is not me having an opinion. Um, when you live in the South, you almost get like immune to the Confederate flag. You just see it so much that it's like just background noise, if that makes sense. Christopher Luke says it's common in Tennessee, so I'm not actively looking for it. Yeah, similar to what I just said. It's like something you see so much, you get numb to it when you live in this part of the country. Mason Scafati says, how is your daughter and how old is she now? She just had a birthday. She's 17 now. Ryan Note also says, Jacob, I found a haunt where your no scares on stair rolls is completely thrown away. What haunt is that? Jacob Keppel, thank you for the super chat. It says, happy birthday, man. Been watching you for almost a year. I actually live in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Well, thank you so much. Blue Ridge, Georgia has the Expedition Sasquatch Museum. Actually, I don't think it's technically in there. I think it's in Cherry Log, but it's very, very near there. Screaming Ugmo, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey Jacob, happy birthday. Cannot wait to meet you in Pigeon Forge. Any activities planned for it, or is it just a regular meet and greet? It's just gonna be a regular meet and greet. We'll see how many people will show up. Like if only like 5 people show up, maybe we'll just go. Maybe we can, we'll figure something out. But if it's a whole bunch of people, we'll probably just have to do it as a meet and greet. And listen, I know some people are getting mad about the Confederate flag and having opinions in both directions in the chat. I I understand different viewpoints. I definitely understand why people get upset about it. But I'm a white guy from the north, so I don't know. My opinion isn't that important. Okay, Michael next is, what about those racist Atlanta Braves, the tomahawk chop? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna play Is It Racist tonight. I don't know. I think like as far as like is things like that racist, I think ask the people who it affects. Ask, Native Americans. Native Americans have a voice. They can express if they feel that's inappropriate. I don't think it's my job to get offended for them or get angry for them. I think it's, our job to listen. Listen when people say something that they're like, someone's like, hey, this hurts my feelings. This makes me uncomfortable. Listen. Because we don't necessarily have the same experiences. And I do think that people get ahead of themselves by getting offended on behalf of other people. But I think it's more about we should just listen to the people that are actually affected, if that makes sense. Alice Martinez says, when you come to Los Angeles area, Jacob can have a meetup. I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't have done a meetup in Los Angeles this year because they still have some strict COVID protocol. So I feel okay in Tennessee because Tennessee is really wide open. So I just didn't want to run the risk of like breaking any ordinances or anything like that. Geraldine says you dressed up for Halloween when you were a kid. I did dress up for Halloween as a kid. My mom used to. She'd always, when we were little, she would always buy our. I remember she'd buy like sewing kits. You'd buy like little kits where you could, and she would sew our costumes. And I don't know, sometimes the costumes would get passed down. I think there was like a tiger costume that all of us wore. I know there was a cool bat costume that had a cape and then like a cap that tied right here. And when I was a little older, of course, I wanted to be things like when is Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle, one year. I went as Dick Tracy one year because I loved the Dick Tracy movie when I was a kid. Did anyone else love the Dick Tracy movie? Like, to me, that was like a big thing when I was a kid. But I don't know if other people like remember that as fondly as I did. 75 says, is the Jesus Museum in Pigeon Forge still open? It depends on what Jesus Museum you're talking about. I think the Shroud of Turin Museum closed, if that's what you're referring to. Christina Lammer says, did you see that your video was featured on Nuke's Top 5? Was the one that are you talking about the Titanic clip? Cindy Reinhardt says, Jacob, happy birthday. I've been with you during this haunting season. OMG. Love the sounds that emit from you, either on a ride or haunted house. Much love. Down East Boy says, how amazing does it feel that you are in Disney Plus? I'm not in Disney Plus. I don't think. Ryan Note also says, Jacob, I hope it was okay to mention another channel during your Kennywood Hollow Fun video to see the perspective of the events at night. Oh yeah. That's fine. Which video did you recommend? Did you eat anything special? I had there was a good Turkish restaurant that I've eaten 2 nights in a row here. Josh Widowson says, Kennywood gave you some good pop for the Phantom Fun Fest. What's the best way to suggest locations to visit? Just leave a comment in the comment section. I do try to read all the comments. Daniel Caven says, was Dick Tracy the first live action comic book movie? I think Batman came out before Dick Tracy. I think. Tommy Travels, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday. Just got back from 3 days of ransom. I saw your video playing at the Celebrity Car Museum. Yeah, they're awesome. The Celebrity Car Museum's awesome. They actually have like a loop of videos that play. They play like places they were featured, and they actually play my videos on a loop in the lobby, which is super cool. Kieran Scherer says Batman was 89, Dick Tracy was 90. So it was a year apart, yeah. And there have been other comic book movies. I mean, the Christopher Reeve Superman movies came out in the early 80s, I think. Stephanie B says, so what are we doing at the meetup? My husband agreed to go after I showed him your live stream last week of you telling him to go. It's really, nothing too formal. It's, it's free. You don't need to bring any money. You don't need to bring anything. Just bring yourself. And just come say hi and we can chat. However much, depending on how much people are there, it just depends on how much time I'll have with each individual person. But I definitely would love to chat with you. Take some photos if you want. Just, whatever works for you guys. This is my way to kind of give back. Give back, because I know people have been asking a long time for there to be a meetup. People will sometimes ask, if when I'm going to be in Pigeon Forge because they'd like to meet up. So I'm just trying to give people a chance to come meet. Denise Wildia says Mumbles was my favorite. Who played? Was it Dustin Hoffman played Mumbles? Kennywood Freak says, when will there be a meetup in PA? I don't know. The reason I picked Pigeon Forge for a meetup is because I figured it was somewhere. It's pretty centrally located, and if people wanted to come from out of town, there's other things to do there. So it's not just you don't have to come there just to meet me. You can come there, we can meet, and then you can go off and do all sorts of cool stuff. You can go ride Jurassic Boat Ride. You can go across the street and ride the Goat Coaster. You can go see Terry Evans Wood's Magic Show. Ashley, thank you for the Canadian Super Chats. Happy birthday, Jacob. Love your videos. Thank you so much. Mick King says, how did you like when they played Goldberg's theme at the recent hunt? That was unexpected. It kind of cracked me up. Christina Lamar says that video you made about the donkey lady was pretty funny. I lived here in San Antonio, and was so surprised you knew about the legend. Yeah, a lot of people. We actually, speaking of meetups, me and Adam did a meetup in San Antonio. A lot of people showed up for that. So I don't know. Adam's not going to be there, so maybe no one will show up. But a lot of people suggested Donkey Lady Bridge. Down East Boy. Thank you for the super chat. It says Canopy Lake Park dark ride is closed. I don't think it's closed permanently, unless I'm mistaken. My understanding is they close it in the fall for some reason, which I'm really not clear on why. Maybe it's the water used in the ride. I don't know. But I think it's just closed in the fall. I think it should open they open up in the summer. Andrea Mannion, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Jacob. Any advice on starting a YouTube channel? Yeah, the advice I give to people starting a YouTube channel is just do what you love. Do the channel, I did this channel for years and years before I made a dime. So, just do it for the right reasons. Do it because you love it. Do it because you love making content. It was a fun hobby for me. I was lucky that it ended up going a little further than just being a hobby. But yeah, I think that's the best advice. Getting out in life, so I would love to attend a meetup at the Toilet Seat Museum. That would actually be a great location for a meetup. Deuce X says, would you advise to contact other popular YouTubers to collaborate with? When I started, I thought it was important to try to collaborate with people. It's not gonna necessarily hurt your channel. But like if you want to get, if you want some of the crossover, if you want people to come over to your channel, you gotta have your channel. You gotta have something for them when they come over. One mistake that I think up and coming YouTubers do too much, as I think that sometimes they collaborate too much with each other. I think collaborating sometimes is great, but I think a lot of people will just do all their videos together with other people that do videos, and that's just not the best way, I think, to build an audience. I think you've got to kind of stand on your own and have your own content that's exclusive to your channel if you want to get traction. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Damian Adams says, "Is it weird vlogging in public? Are you used to it? I'm super shy." Um, it takes some time. You watch my first video and you can see how nervous I am. There's not even anyone around, and I'm just anxious and nervous to be talking to the camera. I'm a naturally shy person. It just takes getting used to. Now it's like I do it so much. I do it every day. So it's just something I do, and it doesn't make me nervous anymore. Grantley Hughes, thank you so much for your super generous $50 Australian super chat. Says, have a birthday drink on me. Thanks for all the great content and the postcards. Well, thank you. Grantley has been supporting me for years. I really appreciate it. I think he was a very early viewer on this channel. And if you don't, if you remember, Grantley, tell me how long you've been following this channel, because it seems like you've been here for a long time. But I definitely appreciate the super chat, and got my drink right here. Regina Deal says, "How's your birthday been so far? Hope it's good." It was a good day. I filmed today. Went out and filmed some things, and then and it's been a wonderful evening chatting with you guys. Adam Hems says, "I've been here since before 100K." The Owl says, "CB, have you visited Spooky Hill in Lake Worth, Florida?" I have. I don't think, if you watch the video, I don't think I really get it to work. I don't know if I really even understood in the video what was supposed to be happening. I think I was pretty confused. Shan says, "When are you going to do another video with Annabelle?" Maybe, I don't know, if she ever wants to be in a video again. Anne Marie Phillips says, "Hey Jacob, is there still a lot of roadside attractions out there you haven't filmed?" Yeah, there's like a lot of roadside attractions. I try to film the ones I'm most interested in. Grantley Hughes says, "I found you on the first joint road trip with Adam. Been watching ever since." Was that the road trip we did through Mississippi? I think that's the first. I think that was the first time we hit the road together. You were my first Patreon subscriber. Well, thank you. Roadside Trail Details says, "Have you checked out the Territorium in Alabama and the Bill Tracy Dark Ride?" Yeah, I've not. I may need to go back there for next season, because I guess I only run the Dark Ride during the Haunt. So I thought I visited all the Bill Tracy attractions, but I guess that's one that I have that I have to add to my list. What overseas theme park would you like to visit? What is that one in England? Is it Alton Towers? Is that the big one in England? Alton Towers? I've heard people say, I think that's it. I think heard people say that it's like visiting Disney World for your first time. So yeah, I'd like to see that. Seems like there's a lot of cool amusement parks in England. I think I could do a lot of. I think I'd like to go to England. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous about going overseas. 'Cause remember when Homer Simpson went to England and he went to jail because he um he ran over the Queen. Regina Deal says your room seems very bare. I mean, we got this cool piece of art right here. It's a good piece of hotel art. Dan Planet Earth says so much history. So much history in England? What happened in England? Give me the bat, Marge. Give me the bat. I was thinking about doing a Treehouse of Horror marathon, and then I realized I did one last year, I think, or yeah, during the pandemic. But I was thinking, I'm like, so let me see. There's 30 Treehouses of Horror. They're 30 minutes each. So, well, I guess they're about 20 minutes each, but you take out the commercials. So, how long would it take to watch all the Treehouses of Horror? You can watch 3 in an hour, so 10 hours. Jack the Ripper murder victim locations. I'm gonna go to England. I think here's my plan. I'm gonna go to England, and I'm gonna solve the Ripper murders. Now, I don't know anything about solving murders or crimes or evidence. I don't know that much about England, and but I think, I think I could figure it out. Jay from Bay Games, thank you for the super chat. Says my girlfriend Nicole's birthday's in a week. She will love a happy birthday message from the Carpetbagger. Well, happy birthday to Nicole. Dan Planet Earth says I went on a walking tour of the Jack the Ripper murder locations. I don't know. Actually, it seems like it might be kind of scary because, they never caught the Ripper, so theoretically he could still be out there. Alice Martin says they found the Zodiac Killer. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet. I think an independent group is claiming they figured it out. Dan Planner says it was great. He projected the pictures of the corpses and the places they were found. So we had a corpse projector. Yeah, the Zodiac thing, I mean, I'm not putting too much salt into it because the police haven't given any sort of confirmation. Owl said, I think the Ripper was a doctor in the Royal Family. That's what it was in yeah, what's that movie? From Hell, starring Johnny Depp, which I actually liked that movie. It was, and that was the murderer turned out to be the surgeon, the Queen's surgeon. Ryan Nodal says, Jacob, your interaction with the controller at HHN was priceless. He was intense, especially when he said all you wanted to do was see the corpses. What did he say? He said something like, "You'll be joining that. You'll be joining that." Yeah. So, Misfits and Dreamers, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday. Damien Adams says, Crocs offered you a sponsor yet? Nope. Doctor is buried at Thorpe Sogan Church. Gosh, that's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of slanderous to accuse a real person of being Jack the Ripper. Dana Planet Earth says, get a DNA sample. What is, yeah, I guess they could dig up the doctor, but do they have a sample of Jack the Ripper's blood? What color Crocs today? I've been wearing, most of the videos in the haunt, I've been wearing my red Crocs. Jade Arcade says, holy smokes, it's my birthday too. Well, happy birthday. J Ram says you converted Boogie to wearing Crocs. Yes, I sold him on it. Christina Lamar says, the Gatorland video you made, it was really cool. I didn't know they could eat pumpkins. Yeah, Savannah was explaining, like, some of the gators really don't like the pumpkins. But, you know, it's like an enrichment exercise where they, you know, they get them doing something active. And some of the gators actually do like the pumpkin. And one of the crocodiles was gobbling down the pumpkin. And, you know, pumpkin's good for gators. Pumpkin's good for carnivorous animals. It's very fibrous, good for their digestion. Ryan says, have you seen any more of Dark Side of the Ring? I've been watching the last couple episodes. The XPW episode was insane. I didn't really know anything about XPW going in, and that was really messed up. Kathy Gentile, thank you for the super chat. It says, happy birthday, Jacob. I just joined you on Patreon last week and looking forward to my postcards. You be safe, and thanks for what you do. Well, thank you. When did I get my first GoPro? My mom got me a GoPro a few years ago for my birthday. Luna Vachon's story. Yeah, Luna's story was very sad. I felt very bad for her. Jennifer McDonald's, what was the name of the clown who kept scaring you with the glow sticks? That was Uncle Twisty. Prestige Coaster says, "Do you prefer Not Scary Farm or HHN?" That's a hard call. That's a hard call. Like, I think Halloween Horror Nights has some of the most beautiful haunts. They're really slick, and they base them on, a lot of them are based on movies, so it's almost like walking through the movies, which is really cool. But I really love the creativity on display at Knott's. They have some of their haunts are super weird. There's just so much imagination, and I think um, they like, it's almost cool because it's almost like the fact that they don't have access to those IPs almost forces them to be more creative because everything is original. And I just really like that. I like that they have these just crazy haunts. I'm already looking forward to next year, seeing what they come up with. I thought Mesmer just blew it out of water. One of my favorite haunts from this year was Mesmer. Bob Craven says, "Did you hear about the roller coaster accident at Cedar Point this summer where the top thrill dragster injured a non-rider?" Yeah, some chunk of the coaster, the track, um, flew off and hit somebody. Actually, a lot of theme park accidents this summer. Some really, that was actually, that was one where at least someone wasn't killed. There was a few more than one fatal amusement park accident this summer. Ryan Nodal says, "I didn't know Gangrel was married to Luna Vachon. He's actually a good mind for the business." I'm a big fan. I thought The Brood was amazing. I felt like The Brood was never really pushed like they should have been. Like, The Brood had one of the best entrants ever. They actually brought back the Brood entrance without bringing back The Brood this year, which was crazy. McKing says, "Have you seen Hell House?" Movie where their attraction is actually haunted kills people. I have seen. There's a couple Hell House movies. Matt Lucas says, "Have you seen Halloween Kills?" I've not seen Halloween Kills. Prestige Coaster says, "There's been a ton of accidents this summer. It's crazy. Wonder if the major maintenance staffs are stretched thin like most industries." I don't want to say, I don't want to blame. I think it'd be irresponsible because I don't know what caused the accidents. But one of my concerns would be that it's been an industry-wide problem, probably beyond the industry. It's been a national problem of there's a labor shortage. They're having trouble filling positions. So, amusement parks, you have a lot of people stretched very thin. A lot of people, it's their part-time summer job, so a lot of them very young people. So yeah, I'm sure that's a major concern. Trying to make things safe at amusement parks when you're operating on such a thin staff. Jay Ram says, "Any regrets for doing a job that doesn't require the degree you earned?" Maybe a little, but it all led me to this. It all led me to this place. So who knows? Try not to spend too much time regretting things. Grantley Hughes says, "I wish we did Halloween like the U.S. You guys seem to have such a great time." Yeah, and I've had some other comments from other people that live outside of the U.S. that are really blown away by how big of a deal Halloween is here. And I never thought about it because, yeah, Halloween, Originally, it's an Irish holiday, but America has really kind of taken it on as its own. Do I like eating pumpkin seeds? I did when I was a kid. I like the roasted pumpkin seeds. Matt Lucas says Halloween is 365 days a year for me. I'm a horror fanatic. Yeah, I love it. I love the Halloween season. Damian Adams says, have you ever got so discouraged and wanted to give up vlogging? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, like it was such a gradual process for me. You know, I got some positive feedback from the beginning. I mean, there was, you know, it used to be just, you know, I got a few views and it was fun. And then it grew from there. J Ram says, is the house decorated? The inside is, you know, where we live is not very, it's a little isolated. So, you know, we don't have a lot of people driving in front of our houses. So we don't really have a lot of people to show off to. Dorian says, you're filming any corn maze haunts? Not this year, I don't think. The Haunted Hills Estates has a corn maze, but it got kind of rained out when I was there. Tommy Travis says, I've heard that even St. Patrick's Day is a bigger deal in America than Ireland. I don't know. Is it? Maybe. Karen Schertz has ever been to Biltmore Hotel in Asheville, or is that too bougie? I've been to the Biltmore House and filmed a video there. Thornmaid says people would just find holidays for an excuse to drink. Well, I don't drink, but I try to enjoy holidays without drinking. Cat cover 11. Thank you for the super chat. Says found shawl of one of the murdered ladies, but DNA too deteriorated for DNA of the Ripper. David Gordon says, you still enjoy it the same, or is it more like work now? I mean, anything you do where, you know, you have to get it done, or you're not going to get your mortgage paid, you're going to have that stress of work on it. But, you know, if I didn't enjoy it, I couldn't do it, you know. It's really hard to fake enthusiasm. I think if I was really burned out, I think it would show in my videos. Regina Deal says, my daughter Jasmine says, hi and happy birthday, Jacob. Well, thank you. Yeah, it definitely feels like work sometimes. Ted Bread Kikoa says, just came in to say happy birthday, Mr. Carpetbagger. Well, thank you. Matt Lucas says, your Santa's Village video from New Hampshire is probably my favorite video of yours because I grew up going there with my family and still take My family there now. That's a great theme park. Via Blackheart's is going to be Zoltar for Halloween. Ryan Odell says you get the iPhone 13 Pro. I have it, and the camera's amazing. I've gotten the last, I don't know. I feel like I get a new iPhone every year. I don't know if it's really any better. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll wait a year. Alex Weasley says, I'm so sad I missed you when you were in Cincinnati. I go to Dent every year. Dent. Oh, man, Dent. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your happy birthday wishes. Free Flower says, have any Christmas videos planned? I don't know. Haven't really had a chance to stop and think much about Christmas. Would you guys like to? I don't know. I feel like people don't like Christmas content or just don't get that into Christmas content. Certainly, I'm up for suggestions on what you guys would like to see. Damian Adams has discovered a channel about 2 years ago. How long have I been at it? I think the channel technically was started at 2013. Got to go meet the Grinch at Universal. I was thinking about that. Ryan Odell says, what did he find that comment? Oh, yeah. Ryan says, like your Christmas content, especially the Leonard Bernstein. That's funny. Oh, it's really cool. But apparently, I learned in the comments that the Leonard Bernstein Orchestra is like associated with some really strange internet content. I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. There's nothing strange about Leonard Bernstein and his animatronic bear orchestra, but it figures into some very strange internet lore. Jaden asked my thoughts on Halloween Kills. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't had a chance to watch very much of anything. Maybe I'll watch a few movies tomorrow. I'm trying to gonna take the day off, I think. Mike the Roller Coaster Guy says, what was your favorite Scary Farm maze? Mesmer. And I think a second place would be Waxworks. Having a chance to watch Squid Game. I'm so behind on everything. Like I said, I've just been traveling. I've been traveling since September 18th. I've not had a lot of downtime. So I really haven't got a chance to watch very much stuff. Thank you to Penhurst Asylum. I have not. Free Flyer says, do you edit your videos? Yes. The only thing I don't do on my videos is I didn't grade the music. I didn't create the intros, the animations, and I don't do my own thumbnails. But everything else is me. Joey to Go says, did you like Den of Darkness? I did. I loved I loved All of Field of Screams. I think the standout though was the Hayride. Why do people why do people keep asking me if I'm married anymore? I am married. Is this coming from somewhere? Like, I'm just confused. I'm not mad at you for asking. I just don't know why you're asking. Like, is someone make a video or did someone say something? I mean, I don't know. The family's doing good because your divorce is a rumor. But where? I mean, where's this rumor at? I mean, I'm just curious. Like, obviously, if people are asking me, they read it somewhere or heard it somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out where they heard it. I mean, not that there's anything I can do about it. If people want to say stuff like that about me, they can. There's nothing I can do about it. I guess I just noticed a few people asking that. That's all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I may have to watch Halloween Kills just because people keep asking me about it. I did watch a few episodes of Creepshow on Shudder. Always love watching that. I've been trying to keep up with American Horror Story. Which is a little unusual this year. That's always unusual, though. Zeb Fox is the ass because no one has seen your wife or kids in your videos. Joey DeGo says I was the actor in the Insidious room that said I was a big fan and then scared you before. So it was awesome getting to see you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, people asking me, like my family. So I travel and my wife works and my daughter works and goes to school. So it's just like, most people's families don't come to work with them. Alex Wichley says the second half of the latest American Horror season is good. Yeah, I think I am caught up on it now. Here's a alien themed with it's like a historical. Jay Ram says I don't think people realize that YouTube is a job. Daniel Caven says, yeah, I wonder if haunts have legal trouble with actors touching people by accident. There was, what was it? There was an incident this year where someone stabbed someone on accident. I think a kid got stabbed in the foot by a scare actor, but because the scare actor had brought a knife from home, and I would think that no haunt would authorize someone bringing a knife to work. That's, most haunts I've been to take things like that seriously. They wouldn't, they would train their scare actors to not do something like that. You got to be safe. You got to be careful. Really, though, when you look at what happens in a haunt, the actors are in far more danger than the customers. There are far more injuries sustained by the actors themselves than there are actors hurting people. Jeremy Levine says, when did you first hear Drive-By Truckers? Oh, man. Been a long time. I've loved them for way before the channeling was started. Boomer the Con Guy, how are you doing, Boomer? Says, do you think your fear of rides is better with all the parks rides now? Yes. Now that I've been riding more rides, I feel like I'm building up. I'm able to ride things I wouldn't have been able to ride before. Miss Yukino says, I used to work at a haunt. We had a guy threaten to shut us down because we scared his kid too much. Most haunts take things seriously. Listen, who goes to a haunt and complains that they get scared too much? A haunt is literally designed to scare you. Don't bring your little kid to a haunt. As a parent, it is your responsibility to protect your kids. It is not a ghoul's in a haunted house's job to protect your kids. Nocturnal says, why do people in haunts get offended, like fighting back? Here's the interesting thing. I talked to, I have some friends, like I said, I have some friends that work in the haunt industry. And one of my friends in the haunt industry told me that a big problem in haunts is people will go into a haunt. Some freaking tough guy will go into a haunt and think that, basically use it as an excuse to hurt somebody. I've heard my friends in the haunts have said they've seen people where it's clear that they're just using it as an excuse. Because they're saying, oh, I got scared, but they were just looking to hit somebody. It's really disgusting to think about. But yeah, you do not have a right to go into a haunted house and hit somebody. Spud says, I work at a haunt and we get parents bringing their kids in strollers. Who does? Now, that's not good, is it? If your kid is in a stroller, then it probably shouldn't go in a haunt. Unless they're just like too little to be scared. I don't see a situation where we're pushing a stroller with a kid into a haunt. I saw someone trying to take a dog into a haunt once. That seemed like a bad idea. I remember like, you're not taking your dog in here. The King, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy birthday, Jacob. I appreciate it. Thank you for turning me into an animatronic and stealing my eyes. Yeah, people do show up to haunts drunk. Although, I think the haunts need to take some responsibility in that, because some haunts do serve alcohol. Alice Martinez says, no way, no kids in strollers. Yeah. I don't see how that's a good idea. Barton Brass says, I watched a YouTube video and a lady went through a haunt with her baby and was yelling, this is not for babies. Well, yeah, but what did you think? What did you think when you brought your baby into a haunted house? You thought it was for babies? Alice Martinez says, no dogs unless it's a seeing eye dog. I don't know if a service animal would react well to jump scares. Oh my gosh. Someone should show up with like a seeing eye dog and a baby strapped to them. They're like, I'd like to experience the haunt. 448 people. I don't know why I said it in that context. 448 people in the haunt. In the live stream. Jeez. Oh, man. Free Flyer says, do you have Instagram or Twitter? I have both. I'm not very good with keeping up with either. I'm a little better with Instagram. I'm not a huge fan of Twitter just because it's so toxic. What's the least scary haunt I've been in? Okay, I'm comfortable saying what the least scary haunt is because they put so little effort into it that they literally could probably care less if someone said that their haunt wasn't scary. And that is the haunted house at York's Wild Kingdom in Maine. It literally there's no jump scares. There's maybe like one headless rotten skeleton, and that's it. It's just like a wood building with like uneven floors, and that's about it. Probably, yeah, that's probably the least scary haunted house ever. What is the most scariest haunt I've been to? There's definitely different levels. Matt Lucas says, I work 2 miles down the road from York's Wild Kingdom. Have you been through the haunt? McGing says, would you do a TV show on the Travel Channel? Would you take the offer? I'm not gonna say like no, I wouldn't, but I'm also not gonna say yes, I would, because I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy having creative control over what I do, and if I worked for someone else, I wouldn't. So I mean, I would consider anything, but I don't. That's not one of my personal goals is to get on TV. I don't think being on TV is inherently better than being on YouTube. Jason Burry, thank you for the super chat. Says happy birthday. I've not seen the Muppets Haunted Mansion yet either. See, I've been traveling so much and spreading myself so thin that I've not got a chance to watch all these pop culture touchstone movies. I've not seen Halloween Kills. I've not seen Muppets Haunted Mansion. Yeah, someone said TV shows are fake. Yeah. I mean, I personally think, I think that's one reason people watch channels like mine. You know, I don't show a lot of personal stuff. Other channels show more personal stuff. But I think people realize that it's, as far as like reality TV, I mean, YouTube is much more real. And I'm not saying everything on YouTube is real by no means. There's a lot of staged things on YouTube. And that's fine. I mean, that's just what they do. But like the reality TV is, I mean, it's not real. It's some of it's entertaining, but none of it's real. Dana Blanner says American TV is overly produced. Yeah, definitely. Theme Park Quest, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Jacob. Oh, did I miss one? Theme Park Quest said happy birthday. And Jason Burry said happy birthday. I actually think I did get that one. Jason Harden says, do you think CM Punk returns to AEW was the greatest moment in wrestling history? No, but it was a good moment. I'm glad CM Punk's back. Again, we won't get too far into wrestling talk. I do think, I think they're riding too much on the wave of positivity with CM Punk. I'd really like to see him get into a real good storyline, because so far his storyline is that he's happy to be there and he wants to wrestle. I would like if they had more of a blood feud. What I'm really looking forward to, and I'm sure they'll do it, I want to see CM Punk feud with MJF. I think that's the money feud right there. I think they should have had MJF show up. Well, maybe not. Maybe I think maybe the first debut of Punk was handled perfectly, but I would have loved to see MJF confront him near the beginning of his run. Kate Jones, thank you for the super chat. It says, happy birthday. Would you come to Austin House of Torment? Maybe I need to look into more Texas haunts. I'm not hit the Texas area. Opita says, is your favorite Modest Mouse album The Lonesome Crowded West? That's a good album, but my favorite Modest Mouse album is The Moon in Antarctica. I don't think Brock Lesnar would ever go to AEW. Do I think Bray Wyatt will end up in AEW? I don't know, but I hope so. Regina Deal says, is it meditation with Jacob time? That's a good idea. Let's do that. Bobby Davenport says they can't pay Brock what Vince does. Well, Tony Khan has a lot of money. I think he technically could pay Brock, but I don't think AEW would be interested in. I don't think they're interested in having part-timers. And I don't think that Brock would work a full schedule. Nightlife, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Did you get my long PM on Messenger? I'm not sure. But thank you for the super chat. I'm not sure. I get a lot of messages. I'm not sure which one you're referring to. All right. So everybody out there, sit in your seat. Relax your body. And put your feet flat on the floor. If you have a desk or something like that, go ahead and put your hands in front of you. Feel the solidity of that desk in front of you. And wiggle your toes. Feel the carpet or the hardwood floor. Or, hold on just a second, I got a super chat. Jeremy Levine, thank you for the super chat. Says, thank you for all your wonderful content, Jacob. Happy birthday. Love your talking about pro wrestling too. I don't know. I love talking about pro wrestling, but I don't want to I know that not everyone here likes pro wrestling, so I don't want to drive people away. So, you put your feet flat on the floor, wiggle your toes, feel that carpet or that hardwood floor or the inside of your shoes or your socks. And just think about that. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. So breathe in and breathe out. Don't think about anything else. Just focus on how your feet feel against the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. And just think about the weight of your body up against your chair, your back, your bottom, just the pressure they're putting on the chair. Just think about just that as you breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Just think about the back of your head. Put all your concentration in the back of your head as you breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now just think about your face, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Just put all your thought into your face. Just breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now open your eyes. Just take in the world around you. Touch something solid to base yourself. Think about your feet. Think about how they connect to the world around you as it spins through space. And breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Don't want to miss this super chat here. Hold on just a second. Robert Shearer, thank you for the super chat. Says, are you still in PA? Have you ever heard of Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia? It's an old prison converted into a haunt. I've been there. I've done a video of the prison. I've not done it as a haunt. Brand Brown says I'm laying on the ground because my back is trash. Yeah, it sucks having having back pain. John 85 says noodles don't belong in chili. Skyline is wrong. I used to be able to agree with you, but then I tried it myself. Have I ever met Kid behind the camera? No, I met his brother though. Boogie's friends with Kid behind the camera. Stan Lawrence, thank you for the super chat. How did I meet Boogie? I met Boogie through Adam. Adam introduced me and Boogie at Not Scary Farm, and we've been friends ever since. Now he's one of my closest friends. Am I going to make a new pin for every season? Probably not. I don't know. We're still got the Dark Ride pin. I don't know when the next pin will come out. I'm sure I'll make another pin at some point. I've just got to think about a good idea for a pin. Florial says, you're going to Kennywood this weekend by chance for the last weekend of Fright Fest? I actually have a video from Fright Fest that I uploaded a few days ago. How much longer do I plan on vlogging? I don't know. Nocturnals, I like the theme park crazy video you're in. Yeah, everyone go check out that video. There is a channel called Theme Park Crazy. They do like content on theme parks. They do a lot of like lists, like scariest roller coasters, things like that. And they recently did a top, I think it was top 20 scariest dark rides. And they had me as well as a few other guest narrators for that video. And they used some of my footage as well. I think it's a great video, and I think you should check it out. And tell Theme Park Crazy, that the Carpetbagger sent you. Gaza Lembrick says, are you a happy person? Tell us what keeps you up at night. Nothing keeps me up at night because I take trazodone. Need a no scares on stairs pin. It's funny that no scares on stairs. That's people like that. Maggie Ann, thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, Carpy. Carpy, I like it. We love you at our house. Well, thank you so much. Ricky Barinto says you should go to Field of Screams in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Literally, the video I put out today is of Field of Screams. Nocturnal says it was a field and they were screaming. Yes, that is true. No Name says, remember when you went to Wonderland? Oh, yeah, I love Wonderland. They have a cool dark ride. The Wonderland Dark Ride is not made by Bill Tracy. It's meant to look like a Bill Tracy Dark Ride, but it's not. People want to know scares on stairs, Finn. I think what that would even look like. Bobby Davenport says approximately how long until you head home? I'm gonna head home after Halloween. I'm staying on the road until after Halloween. What is the next state fair I'd like to catch? I hear Minnesota has a nice state fair. Joanna Diaz, I saw you at Disneyland on the 28th of September. I was too shy to say hi. I always feel bad. Guys, don't feel too shy to say hi. Remember my rules. Come up, say hello. Just leave me alone if I'm crying or pooping. I don't think I've ever had like a bad experience in public with meeting someone. I had someone show up at a meetup that I had blocked on this channel. And he said, "Hey man, I like your videos. You blocked me. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I was just joking around." And I said, "Thank you for coming." And I unblocked him. Thoughts on the South Park wrestling episode? I haven't seen it. Cat Cover said, looked up about the divorce. It was announced in May on a woman's channel who claims to be my wife. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Tommy Travels, thank you for the super chat. Minute says Minnesota has a great state fair, and it's huge compared to some you attend. You'll love it. Oh yeah, I think I will love it. Grace Belford says Knoebel's Dark Haunted Mansion was considered a #1 dark ride in the country by DAFE, Dark Ride and Funhouse Enthusiasts, multiple years in a row. Do you agree? Is it one of the best ever? Absolutely, 100%. One of the best dark rides ever. Yeah. I've been fortunate enough to actually get a behind-the-scenes tour of that. I would love if you guys check that video out. I think it's a great video where you get to see the behind-the-scenes working of the Knoebel's Haunted Mansion. One of the favorite videos that I've made. And one thing, and I was really happy. They actually mentioned that in the theme park crazy episode, was that one of the reason one of the reasons that it was is one of the best dark rides in the country is they put a lot of care into it. They don't leave broken props in there. They keep everything working. They even change things around. This is interesting though. They change things around, but they try not to disrupt the theming. Meaning they're not just gonna stick a random animatronic in there and let it run. It has to fit with the look, the feel of the dark ride. So some of the stuff in there is newer, but it was designed to match the theming. Then they've actually they've replaced props. Like when I did my tour, they had the original snake in the clock, but they replaced it with another snake that looked just like it. A lot of dark rides, Disney's one thing. Disney tries to keep things pretty consistent, but some of the independent dark rides, they'll fall into disrepair, or if they do try to add something to it, it maybe will seem overlaid. Like I don't want to poop on Trimpers because Trimpers is another one of the top dark rides in the country, but their ride's a little different because they have new stuff, like on top of old stuff. So it looks like stuff from different eras in the same dark ride, but everything in Knoebels looks like it's from the same era. Jeff Koss says Kaneat Lake is not doing well and you may be losing a dark ride. I've never got to ride the Devil's Den. When I took my trip through Pennsylvania, they weren't opened yet. They're actually running it during their haunt this year. I got in touch with the haunt. They didn't respond to me. So I really couldn't justify going that far out of my way. If I didn't know I could film at the haunt just to ride the dark ride. The Kaneat Lake Park, they've sold off all the rides except for the dark ride, so no one knows. I guess no one really knows if there's going to be another season at Kaneat Lake Park. Bobby Davenport says, sorry to keep bugging you, but did you get a chance to see the redo of Garfield's Nightmare in Kennywood? Yes, they replaced it with the old mill. I did a ride through, I think, in 2020. Lindsay Beavan says, happy birthday, and thank you for going to American Horrorplex. I loved American Horrorplex in Louisville, Kentucky. And I think one thing that really stood out there was just the enthusiasm of the scare actors. Everyone seemed like they were having a blast. It seemed like a really positive environment. And I got to play with a goat in a wheelchair. So it was all an amazing experience. Michael next, what about these basketball players that refuse to be vaccinated? I don't know anything about that. I think you have a right to choose if you get vaccinated or not. But I think places have a right to say, like schools have a right to say you have to be vaccinated to go there. Places have to be able to you can make the decisions for themselves, but businesses have the right to make, and companies have the right to make their decisions too. Art of Loy Loy says, happy birthday, come get tattooed in Orlando. I got you. Are you a tattoo artist? I was gonna get more tattoos, but then the pandemic started, and I haven't really gotten back into really. And then I changed my mind. I don't know. I think I'd like to get more tattoos. Rose Tip My World says, does it relieve you when the scare actor recognizes you? I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It is a weird feeling because the first few times it happened, it really spooked me because I was not expecting it. Jen Eric says hands-on or hands-off haunted houses. I mean, I think it's a different style. I think it's a different. I think there's completely different styles to the two haunted houses. I think hands-on can be done well. I think hands-off can be done equally as well. You gotta work within your rules. You can't just willy-nilly go back and forth. And I think if you're doing a hands-on haunted house, I think you definitely need your actors to really understand what they're doing. I think it takes a high level of haunt actor to be able to pull off the hands-on. Jake B says no shoving. I mean, not in an unsafe way. I mean, you don't want to knock someone off balance because someone could get hurt. I've had the hands-on. I've had it where they'll push you up against a wall, like push you into a wall. A lot of times they'll grab you by the coat or something. You know, they're not going to hurt you, and that's fairly safe. Kayla Turner, $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone that has given a super chat. Absolutely don't expect anything like that, and every single super chat just means a lot to me. Kayla says not much of a happy birthday. Oh well, thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Daniel Kamen says I wish Meow Wolf would come into Atlanta. I wish Meow Wolf would open places all over the country. Laura M says, have you ever been to Queen Mary in Long Beach for Dark Harbor? Yeah, I was at the last one they ever had in 2019. And then the pandemic happened, and then the Queen Mary got condemned. I don't know if that's condemned. I don't know if that's the best word for it, but it was deemed unsafe. It needs repairs. Jordan Schmerhorn says, have you ever been to a Colorado haunt? No, I've never been to a haunt in Colorado. Daniel Kamen says, I hear Japan has some good haunts. Oh my gosh. I bet they do. Action artists are even allowed to film McCamey Manor? No, absolutely not. Russ McCamey films you. Oh, Peter says you take a bunch of trazodone and attempt to head through a haunt for a new type of horror. That doesn't sound fun. Sleepy haunt. Daniel Kamen says, I'm so glad Netherworld let you film. I still am really surprised they let me film. Like, it was really cool that they let me film. They had, I don't think they'd ever let a vlogger, YouTuber, or anything film inside the haunt. And when I arrived, I met with Ben, who's the owner. And first, kind of what his thoughts was, we filmed Midway, film the secondary haunt, but let's not film in the main haunt. And you can film the Monster Museum, which honestly, like the Monster Museum is probably like enough content on its own to be its own video. And, but then, so I filmed everything, filmed the secondary haunt, and Ben's like, let's just do the haunt. So he just took me through the main Netherworld haunt and let me film, and it was amazing. If I stay in touch with Uncle Twisty, I'm still waiting for her to pop up behind me. Brandon Brown says Hooters wings are overrated. I've never been to Hooters. What's those visually impressive haunt you've been to? I don't know. The Halloween Horror Nights are always visually impressive. I think Dent Schoolhouse deserves a shout out there. They do a really good job. I don't like to say best because I think every haunt has something unique to offer. But I think that Dent Schoolhouse, I think that's like I think you could consider Dent Schoolhouse to be like a measuring stick on what other haunts could like aspire towards, if that makes sense. Ricky Burrito says, what was the announcement from the one live stream? What I announced in that live stream is that I'm going to be having a meetup November 6th from 12 to 5 at Lanier's General Store across the street from Goats on the Roof. Come by and say hello. I'll tell you what, guys. Yeah, I've decided to take tomorrow off for myself, and I'm really excited about it. There's going to still be a video because I filmed 2 videos today, but I'm looking forward to having a little downtime. Mark Zhammer, thank you for the super chat. No Name says, if you could revisit and now permanently close attraction, which one would you choose? I always wanted to go back and go to Magic World in Pigeon Forge. Laura M says, you ever thought about collaborating with Dan Bell and checking out abandoned buildings? I actually have, because I years ago I did some abandoned building. Me and Dan went to some abandoned buildings in Baltimore. Michelle J says, have you been to Lake Winnie in Chattanooga and rode our old dark ride castle? I have, but it's called the Wacky Factory now. Susan Cox says, which haunt won the poll on your question for favorite haunt you visited this season? Even though I think I put it out. Let me see, when did I put it out? I think a lot of people said Dent Schoolhouse. I think I might have put it out the same day that I put out the Dent Schoolhouse video. A lot of people said Dent Schoolhouse. Trying to think what others people said a lot. A lot of fans of Halloween Horror Nights. A lot of people like Knots. Tommy Trout says, I like the trailer park where they just made you feel like you just entered a private home. That was awesome. Oh, I loved that. I loved the trailer park so much. Cactus Rider says, Dan Bell posted recently he's going to start back up doing videos again. He's also frank. I would say a message about why I saw him for so long. Yeah, I think he had some mental health issues that he was pretty honest about. And it's really hard for someone like, I know firsthand, like when you put yourself out there, like Dan does, or like I do, or like Adam does, or Boogie, you know, when you're having mental health problems, and I'm not saying necessarily any of those other people are having mental health problems. I'm just using them as examples of people I know that put themselves out there. It can be hard. It can be hard when you're going through something in your life, but you're still putting your face out there. Edward Turner, thank you so much for the super chat. $25 super chat. I'd like to hang out with Dan again sometime. Pete Rondeau, so have you been to the Haunted Hoochie? I have not. I actually had someone tell me that, someone in the haunt industry tell me that the Haunted Hoochie was their favorite haunt. They said that it actually, apparently gets lost, that the Haunted Hoochie is actually it's basically known for controversy, but I've heard that it's a really good haunt too, that it's just a quality haunt. I don't know if they'd ever let me film there. I don't know, I could ask, but it's controversial. No Name Known says, which haunted houses, haunted attractions would you not go back to because it was too scary? I think I would go back to any of them that I've filmed. All right. Well, it is been about 2 hours. I wanted to give a huge thank you. Deucex42 says, watching Dan's reaction to Ripley's was really fun. I loved that video. Dan went with me to Ripley's, and he had kind of a bad attitude about it. He thought it was going to be stupid, and it actually, like, Ripley's warmed his heart. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who wished me happy birthday. Thank you, everyone who's dropped a super chat. I appreciate everything. And hashtag Team Balto. Until next time, this one's in the bag.